Alright guys, this is Donnie Walker with Southern Vinyls, and I'm going to do a quick install video for you on the dash decals that we sell for the Polaris RZR. So, first thing I want to let you know is when you get your decals in, go ahead and trim them pretty close to the edge of the decal. This will help you when placing them to make sure you're getting it on where you want it. And what you're going to need to do is remove your other decals. Clean the surface really good with Windex and either towel dry or let air dry. Make sure all the residue's off of there. You're going to need some masking tape or painter's tape, a flat edge, a squeegee or like a driver's license or credit card, and a nice sharp razor blade for installing this. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this panel first, the big one, the right side horizontal. And I hadn't done one of these lately, but once you kind of do them a couple of times, it gets pretty easy. So what you want to do is put some tape out here. You're going to use that to hold your decal in place here in just a minute. Clean this off. A little dirty sitting up there. So what you want to do is you want to bring the decal here. Kind of get it lined up where you're going to want it. What I try to do is pick one of the edges, like the top edge up here, and try to run it pretty straight with that, straight with this. When you get it where you're happy with it, and tape like that end down, and make sure happy here. I am. So now you got both ends. Sit back, look at it, make sure you're good with it. Now you want to take some more tape and somewhere about midways run some tape across and make sure this is stuck down really good, because that is important. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this side over here. So I'm going to leave my tape handy on this side. Got my blade ready. And the chrome, let me explain this to you. The chrome vinyl is very sticky, the back side of it. So I'm using a high-tack application tape, and it should pull it off the backing. If it doesn't, you can kind of help it along, but hopefully you won't have any problems with it. I had a little bit of issues with it last night, but it's just very sticky. As you can see, it's not really wanting to come off of my backing, but with a little bit of help, you can get it off of there. Just got to make sure as you're peeling this up that everything's coming off the backing. And you may not need the extra tape over here. What I usually will do with this tape is I'll like stick it here to hold this out of my way so that I can cut this piece off right here. Try to cut this as clean as you can, because if it leaves like a little fray or something, some lint, then the decal will pick that lint back up on the back side. You may see it like a little bubble or something, but that looks pretty good. So now you're going to need your flat edge. And what you're going to do, pull this back up. You're going to start right here with your flat edge. You're just going to kind of work the decal down to the surface, all the way across. Get out here to the end. And you just want to kind of make sure you get it rubbed down pretty good. If you see some air bubbles, don't worry. Typically, especially in warmer weather, they'll go away in a day or two. If they don't, the manufacturer of the vinyl recommends taking a small needle, poking a hole, really small hole, and kind of working the air out. So now we're going to pull this tape chrome free now. I'm going to pull this up. Again, careful, making sure that the vinyl is staying with the application tape. This chrome stuff's crazy. It's a lot different than regular vinyl. You can see it is kind of metallic. So, and then from here, you're going to pick back up with your flat edge and start working the decal down in this direction. And just go over it real good. Make sure it's held down. Don't worry, this is a film that we're fixing to pull off, so you're not scratching the decal, you're kind of scuffing up the application tape. So then we're just going to start over here on the corner. Since this is a high-tack application tape, sometimes it will try to pull the decal up, so just make sure you're kind of keeping it down. It's not going to just come off. It's just this tape is very sticky, but this vinyl is very sticky too, so you kind of have to use a high-tack. If you don't, you'll never get it off the backing paper. So there we go. Looks good. So that's how you do the horizontal. Now we're going to do the vertical. So again, just make sure all your lint and residue is off this surface. I'll take some tape, a little bit up here, put a little bit down at the bottom. Take our decal, make sure it's kind of cleaned off. We'll bring it in here. What I try to do with this one is make sure the top, since that's what you're going to see the most of, is lined up really good with the top edge up here. So that's good. Then you're just going to kind of make sure you're following your edges. Feels good. Again, once it's in place, just kind of sit back and look at it. Make sure you can live with it. Kind of feel, make sure your this is lined up with the features on your dash. I'm happy. Happy. Now on this one, what you really need to do is tape across where this feature is at, so that we're saving it for the second half of the process. You can put the tape here, just got to be real careful when you take it off. So I'm good there. I'm going to start with my bottom. So I'm going to leave some tape up here at the top. And we're going to do the same thing. Bring this up. We'll tape it right here. Get it out of the way. Then with a blade, cut across. See, I didn't get it good this time, so it's going to be a pain in the butt, because it is going to want to pick up some of this stuff that I've left on here. We'll just try to get rid of it. And if it does, it's not the end of the world. With the chrome vinyl, it's a little thicker, so it doesn't show up as much if it does pick up some of that, but hopefully we won't. Starting here, we'll work our way down. Make sure you're getting all the air out of it. Now we can remove our tape. very gently. I would be sick if I peeled up my other decal. It's like we picked up a little bit of lint, but not much, so we're good. Back with our straight edge. Now, you're going to want to leave the middle of this area alone for now and kind of work your decal around this area. So we're just going to go, I got a little air bubble. Not a big deal. So don't push hard in the middle, kind of just work it. Just kind of work around it. This up here good. Alright, so now for this area is a little tricky. Take your blade, start up here at the top, kind of cut it inside, don't cut the vinyl, cut this one, and start kind of pushing down a little bit, not much, and then cut vertical here, connect the two, and then just push this on in. Like so. And just double check, make sure everything feels good. If you got on the edge a little bit, no big deal. Vinyl will stick to it. Gotta make sure it's pushed down on there. And then get one of the corners. Again, make sure you're keeping your vinyl held down. This is very sticky application tape. Put on up, and then just kind of go around, make sure everything's good. I do have a big bubble here, which is not that, it's not that big a deal. I'm going to leave it alone because it's better to come back with a needle to get rid of it. Because if you start pushing on it real hard, it'll make it real small and will kink your vinyl up. So anyway, there you go. It's pretty simple. If you got any questions, feel free to holler at us on Facebook, and we'll answer as we can. Thank you.